Hi, it's Mike and George from our urban farm.
Hi, folks.
We are on our way to the Tour de Sustainability hosted by our local Longfellow Transition Group. We're going to be visiting 4 local businesses who are committed to new business models that are very sustainable. And of course, since it's the Tour de Sustainability, we're going to be traveling by bike.
Of course, the only way to travel.
So join us, follow along, and see what we learn. Our first stop can be summed up in 2 words that are some of my favorite words: free and geek. Put them together, and who knows what that could mean? Well, we're about to find out.
It comes into here and we kind of decide if it's worth like rebuilding or if we should sell it or if we should just straight up recycle it. So if it's worth recycling, it comes down this way. This is what we call triage. So a computer will be set in here and then volunteers will take it down and they'll like analyze all the parts, look to see if it's got water damage, if the batteries have leaked and that kind of stuff. And if it has and it passes, then they'll actually start rebuilding it. And that comes down to this area. And these are different stations where people can lay the computer down and kind of rebuild it and learn how to do it. Because, I mean, for people like that volunteer a lot, they understand all of it. But people off the street kind of want to learn how to build a computer so they can come in here and get some good experience. So we can like pull different computer parts like RAM and hard drives and graphics card and stuff and throw them into here and test them really quickly. So then when volunteers come in, we kind of streamline that build process and they can just learn how to build a computer instead of all the meticulous steps like, oh, sorry, you can't finish building that today because this is broken or that's broken. So it makes it really easy to learn how to do it. But this is more of a testing room for audio and video stuff. So you got a lot of record players, audio receivers, televisions, that kind of stuff. So if they're broken, we'll definitely take them. But if they work, we'd love it because then we can sell them, get them back to the community. We take everything for free except for printers we charge for and then old CRT televisions we charge for.
There's hazardous materials in a lot of the electronics. The older stuff all has lead in the solder. And so that's always a great fear. We don't want that getting into the groundwater. There are also other metals in there, cadmium, I know, in some batteries in that. I don't know, I'm sure there's other materials in there that we definitely don't want getting into the groundwater.
We also run into the problem a lot too where something could be fixed, but they purposely designed it so that you can't fix it.
A lot of stuff is designed that way.
Oh, that's almost criminal.
Yeah.
Things are designed so that you can't even open them. They're glued together. The only way to get them open is to break them. So you can't fix them, period.
But you can get the parts out and rebuild.
With computers, we rebuild them all day, every day. So like,
Yeah, the desktop computers have very standardized components in them. We can mix and match and rebuild machines time after time after time. Right now I'm taking 2 tons of steel a month to the scrapyard. And that's just steel. That's not the aluminum and the circuit boards and everything else.
Okay, that was as much fun as free and geek could possibly sound.
This was an incredible business doing amazing work in our community. A whole lot of activity in there, a whole lot of volunteer effort, a whole lot of information and knowledge and learning as well.
Keeping toxins out of our landfills, making technology readily available and reusable to the community, providing volunteer opportunities and learning to the community on technology. Wow, just an amazing bunch of work.
Off to the next stop.
We're heading to
Cycles for Change.
All right, see you there. And here we are at Cycles for Change.
Stop number 2.
And we're having a great time on the Tour de Sustainability organized by the Longfellow Transition Group. And we're going to find out what they've got going on here. It looks like an amazing space.
Yep.
We have new bikes. We sell refurbished bikes that are brought in through Metro Transit or from Impound. They can then come in to do open shop. Yes. And then once they get back there, they put their bike on a stand, just like the mechanics would. There are mechanics back there. They say, I really need to adjust my brakes, or I need a new chain, or whatever it might be. And then they get guidance in doing the work, but people do the work themselves, so they learn how.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah. So.
Because I have horrible mechanical skills.
Yeah, and plus, also, if you can do it at home, but you don't have a bike stand, and you don't have all the wrenches and all the fancy, you need a big array of tools, right?
Yeah.
So those are all available. There's a summer youth program where kids were here during the day building up and doing their own refurbishing and taking bike. There's a voucher program I don't know a lot about, but it's for adults. You come in and it's learn to ride. Right, so if it's been forever or whatever, so it's bike riding skills, and then there are vouchers again through a grant that allow people to buy a bike, a helmet, and a lock. And plus, people can come in here and buy new parts, new bikes, but we also have a vast stack of old, so used parts, secondhand parts. And so people, again, who do their own fixing can come in here. So it's recycling. Any bikes that aren't repairable get scrapped. Rubber gets recycled, the frame, all of those things. And there are volunteers. There are many volunteers that work in the shop and spend hours sorting through parts and stuff. So we definitely rely on volunteers.
Well, that was great.
What a great group of people. What a great organization.
Keeping bikes out of the landfills, making bikes accessible to low-income families and immigrants.
Teaching people who are adults who may have forgotten how to ride or never rode, how to ride safely. That's great.
And what our rules and bike lanes are like here and all that stuff. Just amazing. Well, it's been a great tour de sustainability so far. Next, we're on our way to Terra Market. Woohoo! I'm curious to see what that's going to be like. Next stop, Terra Market, and we have no idea what we're going to see, but it's probably going to be fun.
I'm excited about this.
Terra Market is a local neighborhood store with a twist. The products are largely organic and sustainably sourced, and most importantly, they come with little or no packaging. So bring your own containers and live more sustainably by shopping here.
An incredible shopping experience at this place. I loved it.
It was so much fun. There's so much stuff we're going to have to come back for because we weren't prepared to take a bunch of stuff with us today on our bikes. We're going to have to add another pannier bags to my bike next time we come because we've got flour and all kinds of stuff we can get for making our bread.
Yeah, pretty much everything we buy in bulk we can get here, and we have so many different jars at home. We just can reuse the same jars.
It'll be fun. Well, anyway, that was a great stop. Up next, Gandhi Mall. I can't wait to see one of the first restaurants, I think, in the country that's got their own aquaponics.
Yeah.
Growing their own vegetables and fish right there in the restaurant.
Here we are at stop number 4.
Gandhi Mall. This place, we know it's one of our favorite restaurants in town. It's Indian food. But while we know the food, we've never gotten a tour of their basement aquaponics setup where they grow much of the vegetation that they serve on their menu as well as the fish.
Yep, I'm excited.
I can't wait. And of course, we're going to be eating some of that food after.
Watch your overhead. Watch your overhead. First of all, it is something, like my culture I come from is agriculture is our culture, food culture is our culture. We are used to grow food everywhere around us. So obviously here winter, that's why we should have indoor gardens. And then some of the ingredients we grow here, which is chili, like a best flavor you get from your own chili. Then we have a curry plant, which is made in Minnesota curry plant. Then one of the things I really like about this system, which is it's kind of self-sustaining. Fish help plants to grow, plants help fish to grow. So fish waste helps plants for nutrition, and also these plants help to filter water for them. Say both way they're working here.
Well, that was a fun afternoon and early evening. The food was delicious at Gandhi Mall.
Yep. The conversation was great. The company was great. It was nice to meet some new folks from our neighborhood.
And what a fun bunch of businesses, and 2 nonprofits, 2 for-profits, and wow, what an interesting and inspiring thing to see people changing the way business is done so that we can live more sustainably on the planet.
Yeah, it's really inspiring what people can do, forward-thinking folks out there that are really kind of breaking the mold.
And a big shout out to the nice folks at Longfellow Transition for setting it up.
Yeah.
It was just a fun time to go meet y'all, and I guess we'll see you at the next event.